Wars are usually started by territory disputes, power struggles, or revolutions.
But in 1859, the United States and the British Empire almost went to war.
Over a pig.
Yes, a pig. One that simply wandered into the wrong garden and never came out alive.
It happened on San Juan Island, a small but strategic piece of land between Washington State and Vancouver Island.
Both the US and Britain claimed it.
That confusion began years earlier with the 1846 Oregon Treaty, which vaguely drew the border through the middle of the channel, but didn't specify which channel. As a result, both British and American settlers moved onto San Juan Island, living side by side.
It was tense, but peaceful, until one pig got hungry. The pig belonged to Charles Griffin, a British employee of the Hudson's Bay Company. He let it roam freely. One day, the pig wandered into the garden of American settler Lyman Cutler and started digging up and eating his potatoes. This wasn't the first time.
Cutler had warned Griffin before, but this time, he'd had enough.
So,
he shot the pig. Griffin was furious.
He demanded Cutler pay him $100 in damages.
Cutler offered $10, saying the pig was trespassing. Griffin refused. He reportedly said, "It's up to you to keep your potatoes out of my pig." The argument quickly escalated. British authorities threatened to arrest Cutler. The American settlers panicked and called for military protection from the US Army. The Army responded by sending Captain George Pickett, who'd later gained fame in the US Civil War. He arrived with a small force and declared the island American soil.
In response, the British sent 3 warships carrying over 2,000 Marines. What started as a dispute over a pig was now a full-blown military standoff.
For weeks, both sides built up their forces.
Cannons were aimed. Soldiers stood ready.
One wrong move could have triggered an all-out war between 2 world powers. British Admiral Robert Baines refused to attack, saying he wouldn't involve 2 great nations in a war over a squabble about a pig. Back in Washington and London, officials were stunned. No one wanted a war, especially over something so absurd. Cooler heads prevailed.
US President James Buchanan and British authorities agreed to a peaceful solution, a joint military occupation of San Juan Island. Each side would station no more than 100 soldiers on opposite sides of the island, and neither would take further action until the border was officially decided. The standoff lasted for 12 years.
During that time, the soldiers lived in relative peace, often visiting each other's camps, playing games, and even holding joint celebrations. Finally, in 1872, the matter was put to international arbitration.
Germany's Kaiser Wilhelm I was chosen as the neutral decision-maker. After reviewing the arguments, the Kaiser ruled in favor of the United States. San Juan Island officially became US territory. The British backed up and left peacefully.
No one had died.
No shots were fired. The only casualty was the pig.
Today, you can visit San Juan Island and still see the remnants of both British and American camps. There's even a commemorative plaque for the pig. It's known as one of the most peaceful wars in history, an international crisis sparked by a hungry animal and 2 stubborn men. So next time you think small things don't matter, remember, a pig almost started a war, and somehow, that ridiculous moment helped 2 nations avoid real bloodshed.